Okay, so this video is there to teach you about the importance of tables, right? Whenever you have to introduce multiple lines inside a worksheet, one option is that you use the ancient technology of doing this. But this is going to be counterproductive because you see, once you have these here, there's no way for you to change the spacing between the lines. And often when we try to get rid of these lines, sometimes the line just won't go away. It's called the line from hell. See, if I press this enter, then I press again, often what happens is that when we try to get rid of them, they do not go away. So I can't simulate it right now. It does this at the worst of times. So the best thing that you can do, now listen carefully to this. You will go to insert, you will go to table, and you'll make an estimate of how many rows you want, right? Supposing I want the user to enter, the student to enter something inside the table. So I'm making 2 columns and I'm making 4 rows. So I've clicked on it. Now the standard procedure in our booklets is to right click on the top left, go into table properties, go into borders and shading, and make sure that all the borders and lines that you use is at the setting of 1.5 points. Okay, so this makes the line nice and thick and it looks very nice when it's photocopied. So now that you have a table here, you can resize the lines if you want them far away, if you want them closer together. And supposing I want to turn this into basically straight lines only without any box around them and without any central divider. So, but I still want to have a table here. So what will I do? I will again come here. I will right click on this, go to table properties, go to borders and shading. Now you see this grid over here. I'm going to choose not to have a border here, nor here, nor here, nor here, and nor here. Or if I just want to keep the lines and I don't want this, so I'm going to get rid of that. So you see, you can shuffle around over here and then make your decision. So I want all horizontal lines to show except the top one. So I'm going to do this. I am going to let this option stay as table and the line thickness at 1.5 points, and I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to click OK again, and look at that. You could have made the lines like this and then suffered the consequences of trying to do something with them. Or you could have made lines like this, because when you make lines like this, you are at liberty to shift them around, make them go far away or come closer. It depends on you. You can even, now if I was to turn this back into a table, I would go here and I would click on this. So the table is back, right? Now supposing I want 2 columns here and I want these 2 rows to get merged. So I'll just highlight them, these 2 cells, sorry. I'm going to highlight them, right click, and I'm going to click on merge. So now here we have a table which has 2 boxes here and 1 box here and 2 boxes here and so on. Just as an example, I want to show you that in your March assessment documents where you had the computing papers, right? If you look at the title page, sorry, this is the mark scheme. If you look at the title page here, it looks like it's just 2 boxes. Oh, how simple. But actually, this is giving away the trick. This is an entire table. And you can see by looking at this how powerful table formatting can be when you require. Because you see now, when I've made this format, it's very hard for anyone who is doing any entry of data inside this in the soft copy to spoil my table. Why? Because actually, if I was to click on this, have a good look at this, okay? Now look, if I was to click on this and turn this back into a table with all borders, this is what it would look like. Now you see, so you can even go to a cell, a particular cell, and get rid of its borders. You can right click on it, go to table properties, go to borders and shading, and get rid of all the borders outside it. So we've got something like this. Now, if I wanted to get rid of the line below this, I would again right click on it, go to borders and shading, and select the cell, and I would say, okay, I don't want to see anything, any kind of border on it. So it's gotten rid of all the borders, even though the cell is still there. See, when I want to shift it up and down, I can do that, but now I've gotten rid of all the borders. So I'm going to just Control Z this and show you again the actual table that you saw when you were doing entry in the paper. And look how neat it looks. So you see the power of a table when you want to draw lines is much, much greater than trying to draw lines separately. The same thing we did when we had our fill in the blanks over here. See, this is a table. Though you can't see any borders, but then you see you have more power over where you are going to put the options, because once the options are there, you can very easily shift them forward, backwards, just because they are inside a table. Got it? Right, I think that's enough for this.